Hey everyone, so today I just wanted to come on and finish the look from my previous video, which was showing you our flawless base. So I just wanted to continue the video and just show you some more of the makeup to complete the look. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. So Tropic, the way that most of their makeup works for kind of eyeshadows and different things, you buy a palette. So this is our palette. And you basically can build this up in whatever combination you want. So you can have eyebrow powder and eyeshadows, and you've got highlighter there, that's blusher, but that's my kind of how I made mine up. Or you can have lipstick in there, you can have concealer in there. So there's so many different combinations. So you basically, they come in these kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but like these magnetic kind of palettes. You drop them into the magnetic pans, and then basically pop them in the palette, whichever order you want to put them in. So I'm going to start with my eyebrows. Now, just a word of warning again, I am blind and it is tricky for me to see, and I'm using my phone as a mirror. So I'm using for my eyebrows this little brush here. It's multi-use, so it actually has, one end is a cover that goes over the spoolie, and then you have underneath the eyeshadow brush, you have a little eyebrow brush there. So I'm going to use that. I'll just pop these down. So I'm just going to use the brow powder. So just brushing my brows out. Hopefully the camera will focus so I can see what I'm doing. I do have a little mirror here as well, so hopefully that will help. But yeah, so don't judge if it's not going 100% correct, because as I say, I cannot really see exactly what I'm doing, and there is a little bit of a delay on the camera too, so I might have to just use this little. Normally I'm using a huge mirror where I'm really close up so I can see what I'm doing, so you'll have to forgive me on that one. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing, because I can't. Yeah, so just a little bit of brow powder. Again, I'm not sure that that's 100% the shape, but we'll go with it. Okay, so this is why I'm much better at doing makeup on other people, because I can actually see what I'm doing. So okay, so that's one eyebrow. As I say, might not be 100% perfect because I am using my phone and it is a little delayed and looks a bit weird to me. Feels a bit backwards, but okay. And I just use the powder gently to kind of finish off my brow. I go a bit short there where I've over plucked back in the 90s when it was cool to have really thin eyebrows. So I'm just gonna try and fill that in best I can. Is that working? Am I even following the line there? Possibly not. Right, I'm just gonna look in my other mirror, 2 seconds. Okay, it's not awful, but it will do. So that's the brow powder. You can get more like a pomade, sort of coloured pomade, which is more of like a waxy offering if you want something a bit darker, or to do like more defined strokes. For my kind of everyday makeup, I prefer like a powder. So yeah, so that's my not so perfect eyebrows, but bear with me there. Okay, so that's my eyebrows and I've used the powder. So next I'm going to move on to my cheeks, I think. So again, I'm using a Tropic brush. This is the precision brush, it's double-ended. I like to use this end for natural sweep of blusher. I just dab it on here. And I tend to start back here and just really gently move towards the front. You don't want to front load your blusher. Just kind of on the apples of your cheeks a little bit up, but you don't want loads. But what I do tend to do is, because our blushes are quite pigmented. If I find it's a little bit strong, when I use the soft focus powder at the end, it kind of dulls it down. Or you can always just use a bit more of the mineral pounder just to down it, you know, tone it down just a little bit. But in theory, that shouldn't be too bad. Again, I can't 100% tell, but hopefully I'm not looking like a clown right now. Okay, so that is the blusher. And then I'm just gonna do a very simple eye look. So I do have the one eyeshadow brush from Tropic, but I also have some other brushes that I use for my eyeshadow at the moment. So I'm just going to use this colour here. It's like a oatmeal-y kind of colour, just as a base really. So I'm going to use that. Actually, I'm going to use my other brush for that. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to push that on gently, just lightly cover the whole lid, just to give it a nice base, just up a little bit onto the brow bone. Nothing too crazy, just a really kind of natural look. I will do some different looks at some point soon as well, maybe when I can figure out how to see what I'm doing and demo to you, because it's quite tricky when you wear glasses, and my eyesight has got much worse over the years. Okay, so that's just my base colour. So what I'm going to use now is this slightly darker colour here, just on the edges. So I just kind of do almost like a triangle and then up into the crease. Again, I'm not going really, really heavy here. Just blotting it on, almost drawing a line, if you like, from there to the corner of the eye and up into the crease, just to give a bit of definition to the eye. Again, not going wild with that, but just putting that in, and we will blend that in a second. I'm going to do the same on this side. Again, up into the crease. Just gently tapping it on. And if you just don't go too mad when you're putting your eyeshadow on your brush, because otherwise you get fallout. So if you just only put a little bit on a time and build it, and just gently sort of tap it on, just lightly brushing, then you shouldn't get too much fallout. So there's my kind of crease, and then I'm just going to use my fluffier brush I have here, just to kind of start working that in and blending that in, just to make that more natural, so it's not just like a harsh line. It should blend in nicely to the other eyeshadow. And when you want to try and keep the lines like here nice, you kind of want to blend so your circles are kind of going in towards the eyelid, so that you're not kind of blending it out so much, unless you want that like really smoked out look. It depends on how far you want your eyeshadow to spread, but if you want to keep it quite contained, then just do like kind of circular motions inward towards the eyelid, so then you're kind of transferring any excess inwards, if you like. And then I'm just going to brighten up the centre part of my eyelid with this nice pinky colour. This is Aurora. Sorry, I haven't told you all the colours because I'm useless at remembering them at the moment, but I can probably pop those in the comments so you know what I've used. And you don't need loads. Again, this is quite a nice kind of shimmery colour. It's good for every day, but can be kind of glamorized up a bit as well. I quite like this one as a colour. I use this quite regularly. Pinks and browns kind of suit me quite well suits my kind of skin tone. So I do use them quite a lot. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blend that in a little again, so it's all nicely blended in. Okay, I don't know if you can see that in this light, it's a bit tricky, but yeah, so it's just quite subtle, just a little definition in the corners. Okay, so that's my eyes, and the thing I'm going to do last is I'm going to use this cream highlighter here. It's like a nice pinky shade, and I just use that up on brow bone, nothing too mad, and sometimes just dab it gently in the corner of my eye as well to add a little highlight there. You don't need to go too wild with it, but it just gives a subtle highlight. And then I do also use a little on the tops of my cheekbones, and some people are quite frightened of highlighter, but it doesn't have to be like you see on Instagram and different things. It doesn't have to be like some mad streak of highlighter. You just use it to add like a natural sheen just where the light would hit, really. So a little on the Cupid's bow there, just to outline that. Yeah, and just dab it in. This is a cream one. You can get powder ones, but I quite like this cream one because it just dabs on quite nicely. And that just gives just that little healthy glow, but without going too crazy. Yeah, so that is that. I do sometimes use a little bit of this. This is similar to the mineral foundation. It's called Soft Focus. It's kind of like a finishing veil. You don't need to go too mad with it. It's quite powdery, so I have to be careful. But again, it's got the mesh, and because it's so fine, it comes out a bit, but you don't want to go too mad. Look, you'll see there that there's quite a lot there. So I just dab a tiny bit, and you can use the lid a little bit, and then I'm just gonna dab that on just to finish it off. But it just gives a nice finish, nice sheen. If you don't want to add the mineral foundation over the top, you could just use Beauty Boost and then finish your whole look off just with a little bit of the mineral veil over the top, this Soft Focus, just to kind of just helps to diffuse the pores and just smooth out the complexion, just finish off that look. Okay, so that's that. So I was gonna also, here I have, hopefully, yeah, my gel eyeliner pencil. So it's a gel as opposed to a pencil, so it's quite nice and creamy. It also has on the end here, which a lot of people don't realise, if I can get it off, a little sharpener. So you just use that on the end, you just use that like on the end of the pencil to round it off. So you turn it to extend it out, and then you can sharpen it back up again if you've used the bits there. So this is the gel liner. So I'm just going to literally do the bare minimum on the waterline, just at the bottom, not too far in. Again, blind person, can't 100% see what I'm doing here, but hopefully it's going on my waterline. But yeah, it's just a slight bit, just to add a little bit of definition. It's not going too mad, you know. Don't want it all the way along, just some of it. There we go. Just gives a little bit more definition to the eyes. Okay, so that is the last bit of defining the eyes, apart from the mascara. So our mascara, so you can either have it as a single, like a normal mascara. It's our gel, mascara gel. It comes in black, brown and grey, I think. But you can also have it as a duo. This is our extension kit. So you've got your gel, mascara, and then you've got your extension fibres. So what you do is you start off, again, this could be quite tricky for me, so we'll see how we go. But you start off, you're probably actually better to start doing the lower lashes. Sorry, I do the mascara pose, and I think I'm gonna have to look in the mirror. for this in a minute. In fact, let's see if I can do it with my palette mirror so I don't have to go off camera completely. And then I'll do the other underside. It's best to do the lower lashes first if you can, because otherwise when you're looking up and things, later on if you're trying to do the lower lashes when you've already done the top, you get mascara on your eyelids. Right, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So you're just coating the lashes to start with, and if you were just going to use the mascara gel on its own, you literally would just use this and you apply it like any other mascara, just build it up as much as you want it. But what I'm currently doing is using this gel, one, to build up my lashes already, but also to coat them so that the fibres stick to them. Okay. I'm just going to do this eye first and then show you the fibres. So that should be enough. Okay, so that's the gel on the one eye, and then the fibres. So the trick with the fibres is they can be a little loose when you first get them out. Don't look like that. You don't want to use that straight on your eye. So twirl it in the top a little bit is always a good trick to try and get the excess off, and just dip the wand around a little bit just to try and get the excess off. And then with a clean hand, you can just kind of press them in as well. Make sure you've washed your hands beforehand, and obviously do this to your own, not somebody else's, you know. And then you just kind of start coating them onto the lashes, and they should start sticking to the gel that you use. And then the fibres basically stick to your own lashes gently. And you want to do this gently because you don't want to get the fibres dropping in your eyes and things, although they don't really irritate. It's like getting an eyelash in your eye, I guess. It just starts to extend them out, and as you can see, they're getting a little bit loose again, so I like to press them in again, or twirl them in the top of your mascara bottle just to try and tame them out a bit so that they go in the direction you want them to go in. So I've got some on there, and you can build this up. It depends on how long you want them, how filled out you want them, what the kind of look you like going for. Hopefully you can see that. They're definitely longer. And then for the last step, you add the gel back on top, and then that seals the fibres in. And obviously you can go in again with the fibres if you want to. It depends what, like I say, what you're after, but I tend to just generally do it once. So just use the gel to kind of comb them out, and then extend the lashes further and seal in the fibres. You can just kind of tap the tops a bit as well, just to try and seal it all in. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's one eye. Let's give the other one a go, see if I can do that on camera. Okay, that one's actually gone on better than the other eye. There's always one eye that's always better than the other. Okay, and then for the gel, for the fibres, sorry. Okay. Gently brushing those on. Got a random hanger onto that. Just gonna press those. Ooh. Knock the camera over. Yeah, so they've gone on a bit better on that eye than they did on the other one. Right, so then I'm just going to put the gel on top to finish off that look. If I was not on camera and trying to do this, I would actually be able to do them a little longer and spend a bit more time on them, but I just wanted to do this really for a demonstration purposes so you can see how it works. But just for those few minutes of doing that, my eyelashes are definitely longer. Because I have quite long eyelashes, but they're also quite light on the ends, so they always look quite short. Okay, so hopefully you can see that there, but they're definitely longer than they were. Okay, so then for the last step really is lipstick. So hopefully I've got my lipstick here. Let's see. This is my colour book here, which I did do a little video about at one time or other, just to show you when it arrived. And so I've got all the lipstick colours here. So I think I am going to go with maybe... So I tend to use a little lip brush when I'm doing lips. What colour shall I go with? We could go, probably want to go sort of pinky-ish because I've got pink tones. I'm gonna try this one here, I think. I'm sorry, I don't have my labels on here yet, so I don't know which is which. So I just start off generally just lining the lips. With the brush, just to get the outline in, and then start filling in. Of course you can use the cartridge lipstick, which all of our lip colours do come in, just the normal cartridges as well, so you can do that. Just depends what you prefer. Obviously this is great if you want them in your palette. If you prefer to build a palette with, say, your eyeshadows and blusher and things, and then you could just have your lip colour separate. We do also do glosses, and we do a lip fudge as well, which is kind of like, I guess it's a mixture between a tinted lip balm and a gloss, I guess. Really nice. And they kind of lip pumping as well a little bit, so right, hopefully it's quite a nice colour actually. Just a nice kind of matte pinky colour. Yeah, I like that one. I think that was a good choice. Hopefully I haven't just gone outside my lip. Okay, there you go. So I will take a picture in a moment of my finished look. I'll probably just go around and tidy up with my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll take a picture so you can see the finished look. But hopefully that was helpful for you to see the makeup range that we do. Just a start, like there's loads more colours and different things I can show you, which I will do different videos on. But just for a sort of a basic look, and so you can see the mascara and the different products that we do. Hopefully that's given you some help and some tips on, what we can help you with. And just give me a shout if you want to know colour recommendations or product recommendations, whatever you need help with, or just some tips on makeup. I'm happy to help. So post a little comment under this video or direct message me and I'm here for you. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.